that is the participants and the patrons of the festival.
Do you find any particular part of Rebel Grove exceptionally special?
From a personal standpoint?
Yeah.
What I like best about Rebel Grove is I do a lot of, my activities tend to be up near the exit gate at the end of the night when we are dealing with traffic and police and the ticketing and people exiting. And I enjoy when I see mom and dad with their shirts untucked and their son running around with a Robin Hood hat and a wooden sword, and the daughter with a princess hat and carrying a garland and talking about the day they've had. I know that we're selling people enjoyment, security, and we're easing their burden a little bit. And to me, that's the most rewarding thing. There isn't any one aspect of the show I like. I don't prefer one show over another or one vendor over another. It's a culmination of it all and seeing what kind of impact that has on our customers that I take away from it.
And do you have any particular memories of Rebel Grove, particularly in the past couple of years, that stand out?
I have so many memories, and not all of them good, because I end up dealing with that side of the festival where you try and make sure that it's looking good for other people. And there's been numerous whimsical and comical experiences. Many, many, many years ago, I was in the joust, not in armor, but in tights and a doublet as one of the gamers. But really, and I've dealt with people in situations that have turned into really rewarding experiences where you can really help somebody out, a customer or one of the people in the show or their families. But I can't really think of any one experience that stands out most and becomes my favorite one of the festival. I've been doing this for this is start of my 30th season, and there's just so many that have woven together to make the fabric of my experience out here.
What are your hopes for the future of Rebel Grove?
I really want to see the festival become a more diverse, and this isn't only for the festival, but for our business to become more diverse, and the festival would not be open any more days than it is, but for our company to be able to provide this experience in different venues or different time frames for folks, and on a different scale. It could not be as large as this. But I would like us to be able to do some theatrical events outside of here. I'd like us to be able to do some things here on a smaller scale year-round, not generally open to the public, but available for weddings, for corporate functions, in a theme that we can then incorporate during the festival and utilize that facility as well. So I see a lot of growth here. I'd like to see us become more weather resistant, easier to participate in the show when the weather's not favorable. And I'd like us to get to a more convenient customer service based experience that enhances their experience. I'm always striving, whenever I talk to people about what they should do with their stands or what they should do with their product, is I always encourage them to look at it from the customer's standpoint. It's easy when you're standing behind the counter to go, well, what I need is this and that. And what does the customer need? And what is that going to do for their experience? And why would they want to come into your shop? Why would they want to sit down for your show? I know you think this is so neat, what you're doing. Why does the customer think it's neat? Or what can be done to make it neat so that the customer really enjoys it?
Danny, do you have any questions?
Sure. My main question would kind of go back to what you said earlier. And when you answer it, please address Lauren. This just happens when the operator asks questions. My question is, if they go, you get an average family going for the weekend to the fair, and then they go back to their regular week, whatever they do, what would you like them to most carry with them throughout the week, whether it's a feeling or an experience or an idea that they get out of the fair that carries them through the rest of the week?
For people who this is not regular experience, for people who come out and experience this once during the season, or we did a survey and found, now these were people who signed up for a Royal Registry, but the average number of visits for people was 3 to 4 that they came, and these were not people who are our regular customers. But once they came out, they came back a couple times because you can't see the whole show in one visit. And because each person can have a different experience. And I don't mean to be stereotypical, but mom can shop, mom can go to musical venues and participate in some of those things and learn some craft stuff. And dad can go to the joust and to the pub sing and the sword swallower, and the kids can ride the slide and play on the giant swing set and the pirate ship and pony rides. And everybody comes, even though that family came here together, they all had a different experience. But again, when I think about what's good about the festival, I think about people's experiences at it, and I've had so many people tell me, this is the one place I can come with my 15-year-old son that he will walk with me, or that we as a family can interact. And I want people, I hope that during the week they remember that they had a good experience as their family. Many years ago we added a seniors free day on top of our children's free weekend, and the whole point was to see if we couldn't get grandpa and the kids out here with mom and dad and make it a better experience and something interactive for them to do, and hopefully that didn't cost too much by being free for the grandparents and free for the kids. That they could come out and interact and participate with each other on a level that maybe they don't on a normal basis, and take that home and enjoy it.
And the other question I had was, my experience coming here one day is that I got a very strong sense of community. We talked about community before. Why do you think it's important in an era where people are becoming more and more kind of isolated and we have less and less of that community sense in our general society? Why is the opportunity to have it at Ren Fair more important than perhaps it otherwise would have been?
Perhaps we're